Okay, question 11a. Determine the smallest value of k for which the sum to infinity I equals to 1, k over 2 to the exponent of I, plus sum to 10, where you start at I equals to 1, 2 to the exponent 2I, is greater than a million, right? Right. So, right, how can we do this? So we have to first quantify each of them. So we want to change that into the formulas that we have for sum, right? There is sum to infinity, sum to geometrical, and sum to arithmetical. Okay, so we need to try and get that to that. Now we need to determine first, is it a geometric or is it an arithmetic? So let's look at each of them separately. Sorry, that has an exponent. Okay, so in order to do that, try and find the different terms. So let's look at T1. T1 is k over 2 to the power 1. So that's just a half k. T2 is k over 2 over 2. And this is 1 over 4k. And in order to find you can see it's clearly a ratio here. So in order to find the ratio, you say T2 divided by T1, and that is okay. One over 2. Alright, it's 1 over 2. Cool. Now we can use the sum to infinity. Right, sum to infinity is a over 1 minus r, where r is between minus 1 and 1, and it's a half, so that's fine. A here is the first value, and that is a half k. So it's a half k over a half. These cancel out, so that's equals to k. Now let's look at the second series. Okay, we need to determine what is it, an arithmetical, is it a geometrical? This would be 2 to the 2 times 2, that's 4. This would be 2 to the 2 times 2 times 2, so that's 4, and that is 16. R is just 16 divided by 4, so that's 4. A is 4. Okay, it's a geometrical, and it's sum to, not infinity, to 10. So we need to use Sn, and Sn is equals to a r to the power n minus 1. And r minus 1. N is 10, because you're looking for sum to 10. Here we get 13981, 100. Okay, so it's saying the sum to infinity plus the sum to 10 is greater than a million. Right, so sum to infinity here is k plus therefore k must be greater than 3, 9, negative 389, 398, 100. And the question here says we're looking for the smallest value when k is an integer, so it has to be greater than that. All right. So we're looking for the smallest value for which k is for that whole sum to be less than a million. So that means we're looking for the smallest value, and this has to be greater than that. So in order to be that to be true, we look for the smallest number, the one that's right below it. All right, it has to be an integer because k is an element of integers, so it can't be decimals. So that would be our final answer.